In 1665, our ancestors settled in a colony called New Barbados, or as it was known by its nickname, Hackensack. In 1921, New Jersey officially changed the name. Today it's home to things like Fairleigh Dickinson University, the New Jersey Naval Museum, and a brewery that bears the same name. On this episode of In Hops We Trust, we're at the Hackensack Brewing Company. Now we're sitting down with a familiar face. Mike Jones, the founder and director of operations of Hackensack Brewing, has the dubious honor of being the first ever guest star we had for In Hops We Trust.
Nice,
Mike,
nice.
how's that feel?
Feels good, feels good. We had a good time that day.
Let's see if you can carry a show by yourself.
Yeah, we're gonna find out, aren't we?
Cheers.
Cheers.
You officially opened your doors in 2019.
Yes.
But you have been working under the label of Hackensack Brewing since 2017?
Yeah.
Tell me about the journey from 2017 to 2019.
So basically, I mean, the journey's longer than that. I mean, the idea was there probably back to 2015, but you know, when your friends are telling you your beer is good, you believe it, but you don't because they're getting drunk for free. So, you know, and then all of a sudden it was like we kind of started moving things into another direction. So I started submitting it in competitions and started, you know, I took a gold medal on the state fair, a silver medal on the state fair. I think 2016, I bought the domain name, and it was almost like, I just bought it, so it was almost like it forced me to, like, if I had to renew it, it made me have to do something with it. We basically pulled some money out of our 401ks, as much as they would let us. And then we had enough money kind of to move forward, but we did not have enough money to open a brewery, but we were just like, fuck it. I can curse, right? Can I curse? I'm allowed to curse?
Dude, are you kidding?
Oh, fuck it. I feel better, right? So basically, so what we did was we just started looking for locations. We looked a bunch of places, but it had to be in Hackensack. It was Hackensack Brewing. Yep. We've been in here since October 2017. It took us like almost 3 years to have our 1 year anniversary party. That's like, that's the way a brewery works, you know?
Mm-hmm. Now we're joined by possibly the man with the best name in the business, Herb Barr. How you doing, Herb?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Well, shit.
We're doing great.
Now, Herb, you've known Mike for a long time.
Too long.
Too long, okay.
15, 16, 17 years.
So tell me, how'd you meet this guy over here?
Mike was brewing beer for a while we were living in the same building. And then I met him in the elevator, and he was broken, with a broken arm, broken leg. And then the next day, he had an additional broken arm, broken leg. I thought that's the kind of guy.
Yeah, I was in bad shape, man. And
why'd you have a broken arm, broken leg?
I went down in a poorly paved area, and my ankle went. And then I was at home, and I was going to clean my table, and I was hopping over with my one leg, and I fell and, man, broke my elbow. We were at a club, bro, and I'm fucking sitting there with crutches, cast, just at the bar. I can't move, just drinking. He's like, don't you live in the Ivanhoe?
Pardon, you were not sitting at the bar.
What was I?
You were properly placed in the center of the dance floor with the crutches above your head, going like this. That's my neighbor, he brews beer. Let's get him up in the DJ booth up here and hang out a little bit.
Yeah, okay, so that happened.
I think that's what happened.
And be honest, Herb, can Mike run this place without you?
Come on. Let's go, baby, let's go. Let's get it out.
I would like to give a shout out to Irfan and Alex.
That's right.
Who also run the place.
That's right, that's right.
I drank his beer forever.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do you say no to it?
Yeah, we were.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
I'm drinking the beer for a reason.
I can attest to that.
I didn't have to say I like your beer. He was already my friend.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So when he came with the idea, it was no longer an idea. We have to do this.
You could taste the quality, so you knew this was something you could get behind.
And I know it was something he was passionate about. And I don't like to give this guy credit, but he rarely fails. He rarely fails.
Yo, this is being recorded, right? You guys got all this, right?
No, you guys hit pause. This didn't happen? You guys didn't hit pause.
I'm turning this shit into a meme.
Let me get that $20 you said for saying that shit.
So we're going to introduce a brand new segment for you, Mike Jones.
Okay.
Okay? So we're going to head outside. We got a setup out there already.
Oh,
we're going to do a beer tasting where you get to talk about your delicious beer.
All right, wonderful. Let's do it.
The In Hops We Trust app is the best way to follow all things In Hops related. On the app, you will find the In Hops Passport and Rewards program, crew info, or where we might be filming next. So please, go download it while I grab another beer.
Most people, when they do a beer tasting, they sit around, they drink casually. Not in Hops We Trust. We are going to play a friendly game of Beirut. Say it with me, kids. Beirut.
Root.
There you go.
Good question.
So when we make a shot here in our tasting, pick up the beer, and you tell us about it. So what's the story behind Cat's Pajamas?
Cat's Pajamas is a pre-Prohibition style lager brewed with Pilsner, a little bit of corn for that pre-Prohibition style. Delicious.
Where do I stop? I'll go behind the edge.
Good?
Yeah.
No good?
Real good.
Right.
Good? What about, that's good?
That's good.
How about that? Is that good?
Whoa.
It looks good to me.
Oh, that's Musket Haze.
Tell us about Musket Haze.
That's my baby. Oh, we didn't have a New England IPA. So it's funny, my partner Irfan was like, bro, we gotta have a New England IPA. I'm like, all right, bro, I'll fucking get to it. We use a strong basis, some good English, floor malted barley. We use Citra, Amarillo, and Motueka hops in that. That's our best-selling beer by far. We move a lot of that beer. Oh, hey! Now drink it. What we got? Oh, the parking lot pills. Beautiful, clean Pilsner here right now. We're about 5.4%. A little bit of Munich malt, mostly German, quality German Pilsner malt. So let me just crush this while I'm crushing this. Please. You want me to do this at the same time?
I dare you to. How about that?
Oh, they're almost with the bounce.
A big part with a beer like that is letting it lager. It's not so much the complexity of the recipe so much as it is letting lagers lager. Lager's gonna lager. That's going on a t-shirt. I don't want to hear anybody else do that, all right? That shit out of here, Ralph. I'm gonna cut out about 45 minutes out of this whole thing.
Now we're with the head brewer at Hackensack Brewing, John Henry. We have to speed this interview along because after this, John is taking on a steam-powered rock driller. Wait, that's the right? Is that the right John Henry?
That's my.
Okay, awesome. Now, John, you were a home brewer at one point. Right. Or do you ever really stop being a home brewer?
Not really.
Exactly.
The thing about home brewing is you can try so many different styles and so many different beers, and you can adjust them and make them better. It's kind of what we do here. Is you try something. If it works, great. If it doesn't, we send it down the drain and try again, which is just like being a home brewer. You never really lose that love for it and that want to experiment. Will's done. Sorry, right in the middle of the room.
We talked earlier about how the craft beer community works together to build each other up.
Yes.
But you're also in direct competition with one another. And here in Hackensack, literally, you have another brewery around the corner in Elementary.
About 600 feet.
Right. So talk to me about what that's like.
I mean, I think if you asked them, they'd say the same thing. I mean, I think it helps everybody, While we may be, in one view, fighting for the same market share, at the same time, the presence of all of us increases what that market is. And because of beer tourism, like people come out. If it was just Hackensack Brewing here, we might not get some of the visitors that we get. It's created this culture up here, which is uniquely North Jersey. I mean, a lot of the breweries in this state are, kind of central, south, maybe that southwest kind of Philly area, but there's not a lot up here. And considering that it's the highest populated area of the state, you're gonna see a lot more pop up. So we're waiting for that. We love that.
You embrace the competition.
Embrace it.
Right.
Hug it, pat it on the back.
It's like a stock, right? The more options you have, the higher everyone's stock.
That's it, man. I mean, it's important. People, and you know what? And we saw it during the quarantine, right? Everybody coming out and supporting and getting, ordering for home delivery or curbside pickup. Like, people want to come out and support badly, and it's like it's humbling.
We were filming with Hoboken Brewery. I had mentioned that you guys are now synonymous with the city.
Yeah.
Because you have the name in your name.
Yeah.
They see the advantages of it, but they also talked about the hindrances of it.
It's limiting.
Because yes, exactly. Now you're just a New Jersey brewery.
I thought about it, but you know what, man? I don't care, man. This is what we are. And you know what?
You are.
Nobody knew what the hell a Lagunitas was. And last time I checked, we're all drinking it, right? People have heard the name Who Needs a House Out in Hackensack. Billy Joel can kiss our asses, but, And I hope he sees this. I did a beer called Moving In because he did that song Moving Out.
I hope
so
he sees
Billy
it.
Joel, if you see this,
Billy Joel, I hope
want
you
you to
see
come
this
back
too.
with a diss track, bro.
I do.
Oh boy.
Hey, the In Hops We Trust app is the best way to follow all things In Hops related. On the app, you'll find the In Hops passport, rewards, crew info, updates on where we'll be for events, or where we might be filming next. The app is also the only place you'll be able to see certain content, like pre-release episode teasers or behind-the-scenes footage and exclusive content from event appearances. Our app is available on both iOS and Android devices, so please, go download it while I grab another beer. Oh, cheers. Hey, give me a tall boy.
Well, I want to talk about the influence Andy's Corner has had, not just on you, but on the craft beer scene in general. What has George Gray meant?
So by the time I was going there, think about this, right? I'm on the wall there. They have the Fraternal Order of Foam. So you have 100 different beers, your name goes on the wall. Awesome. I'm on there for 2007. It was already a craft beer bar for 17 years. There was no craft beer bars in like the 90s that I remember. I mean, he was the only one. So he kind of set the tone for the culture. It was about learning about beer while you drank it, which is fun too, because you're getting drunk. But you know, me and you know, Herb, my partner Herb, we would go in there. We always joke, like, we went in there drinking 40s of Old E, and we came out sipping Chimay out of the proper glassware. Like, we learned a lot. So my first homebrew, as you know, I brought in there, and I was like shitting in my pants, man. It was like a all extract porter, and I was probably fucking sweating while he was sipping it. And you know, he's like, that's a damn good beer. And he put it down. It was like the battery in my back, man. Like, honestly, we might be here today because of that. If he was like, your beer fucking sucks, you know? Yeah.
Check out Andy's Corner, Pagoda, great people over there.
Yeah, great people. And I'm just gonna crush this real quick.
What are some of the crazy stories that you have?
I got one. It was before John came here when we first opened. It's the first batch of beer I ever made commercially. I had never brewed. I brewed at home. And you know, I saw it all the way through. It was fermenting. We put it in a bright tank. The beer was tasting good. My dreams coming true, all this shit. Yep. And then instead of taking off the outer clamp, I took off the inner one, and the whole tank shot out all over the floor. I lost about 135 gallons of like my first batch ever. Yo, I got physically ill, bro. And the thing is, when that happens, you can't just move on, because you got to clean it up. Yeah. So you're vomiting while you're squeegeeing, which there's a unique muscle group that you can pull while doing such an action. Yeah. Nobody talks about that, guys.
What's that one?
This is Beach Badge. It's a Neo-Mexicanus hop called Sabro. It gives off this beautiful coconut and lime aroma. So we dry hopped the lager with it just to try it out, because we've never used Sabro before. Tried it out, loved it. Everybody else loved it. Now it's our summer staple lager.
We find that the clean lager base is a nice way to show off a hop as opposed to an IPA, which you might think might be the best way, but sometimes when you bomb something with something, you get something else out of it, if that makes sense.
Going into designing recipes is like painting. The more colors that you add, the grayer the picture is. So the less you taste. So.
God bless this man.
Tell us
the hula skirt. The hula skirt. This is coconut blonde. This is a John Henry special right here. You get just a nice, clean, easy drinking. What are we, like 5.2 on this? Yep. This is a beer that we sell a ton of. Surprisingly year round though.
I've been drinking hula skirt all day, and I'm loving it.
You guys are done. You know what?
Oh! Tied it up! Tied it up!
Oh! There it is.
The walk-off! Our friend TJ came in, he's like, you guys hit it out of the park. And we were like, walk-off.
Yep.
And then we tied it in because it was a double IPA, walk-off double. John, if you'd like to continue, I'm just going to finish this game off, bro.
This beer. It's not going to happen.
Oh. Good game, Bob. That's a good game.
Come check out Hackensack Brewing. I love these fucking guys. They blend old school flavors with new school feel. It's delicious. Hackensack, you're here. Check it out.
Woo. County seat, baby.
In Hops We Trust.
Want another beer? Check out our channel, In Hops We Trust Film. There you'll get all our latest content, including new episodes, tastings, and all things In Hops related. Cheers! In Hops We Trust is an Ambassador Studios production.